Looking for the cheapest and most reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins on the market with fast delivery? Head on over to igvault.com and use coupon code SPORTS for 6% off your entire order. What's up, everybody? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com. I'm super excited for today's Madden 21 video. In this tip, I'm going to be going over one of the most popular and effective offensive schemes in the game right now, the strong close. I'm going to be breaking down very unique money passing concept, passing play from it that you guys can use to attack any defense out there. This is one of the most effective offensive schemes in the game right now. It's honestly one of the only under center formations I even look at, because under center this year is very hard to pass the ball from, but strong close just has such great route combos and a decent enough run game that you can definitely scheme out of it. So guys, we're in the San Francisco 49ers playbook on offense. The play I want to look at is mesh post. This play was actually added into the game, I believe it was the middle of last year, as a new play, and I broke it down, and it's back this year, and I'm going to break it down again. So when running this play, I like to have my best receiver as the receiver next to the tight end. This is very important because you want, for the post route on this play, you want your best receiver there. Actually, if you can get a receiver that has a 90+ route running, that's really good. You also want speed there. I mean, obviously Thomas, he is, decently fast, but his route running is elite. As you guys can see, he has 99, 98, and 91. That's going to make a huge difference. Your other receiver, you just put your second best receiver opposite. This will be Emmanuel Sanders for the Saints. Generally speaking, guys, I do look for speed and route running on my receivers. If you're playing MUT, an ability I would recommend is Route Tech. That definitely helps get you open easier against man coverage on this year's game. Now we're going to go ahead, and I would always recommend having two running backs in the game with this formation to get some good speed out. I'd actually put your best receiving back as the fullback because he's going to be running a lot more routes. We're going to put Kamara here for those purposes with the Saints. So again, the play is going to be not the inside post, but the mesh post. Mesh post, very effective play from strong close. Can be used to attack any defense. Now, we're going to look at man coverage first. Before I want to get in the video, I do want to hope you guys had a very happy holiday and are continuing to have one. I had a great holiday season. Hope you guys are too. If you're enjoying my content, make sure you just subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and hit that like button. It does help us out a lot. Also, guys, in the meantime, if you're looking for more premium Madden 21 tips, be sure to check out sportsgamers.com for the best Madden 21 tips and ebooks. We have the best offensive and defensive schemes. You definitely want to check out the Madden Vault, where we post 4 to 6 tips every week. If you guys are looking to improve your game, maybe win some more weekend league games, win your league, win some money, even play in the MCS, we got you guys covered to give you a leg up on the competition. So, let's look at this two-man under first. This is a great play to attack that, whether they're, playing man, zone, doesn't matter. Two-man under, one of the most popular defenses this year. Now, guys, you see that mesh post, you do have a post route already on the play. However, if you wish, you can do a hot route, a post route if you have the ability with the receiver, if you have a slot apprentice or a hot route master quarterback. If not, you don't have to worry about it. It's not a big deal. The only hot route you have to make is you have to put the receiver that's opposite the tight end on a slant. Now, you guys can see that Kamara, he's already on, a route going out of the backfield into the flat. If you do have the extra hot routes for the running back, I would just put him on a regular flat route. It's a little bit better. But again, that's not required. You can just leave him on that route, and it does its job. Mainly, that's more for zone. But the most important thing about this play is you want the tight end and the receiver side of the formation on the short side. I just feel like the post works better. Running to the wide side has more space to work with. And we're going to motion him out about 2 steps out to the outside and snap the ball. And once he does that, he's going to get a good release against this man coverage, and he's just going to break back open over the middle of the field for an easy throw and catch. Guys, you can get that dive catch animation every single time. That's something you can do against man or zone. Just want to throw a bullet pass. Against man, a lot of times I'll throw it on the break. That's if they don't user it. Now, if they user it, you can wait for it to run across the field. You guys can see that even though we are trying to play man coverage here, once you motion them out, whether they press you or not, even if they try to press you, you'll get a clean release, cut to the inside. You want to throw this bullet pass right about here when he's breaking, and you click on, and you can hold down the aggressive catch button, to get this dive catch animation. And like I said, this animation is pretty much undefendable. The defense is not going to be able to, interact with that pass or break it up. Once you get that animation, it's pretty much money in the bank. Now, guys, even if they do try to press you, you're going to see that because of this motion, they're not going to be able to get their hands on you. You're going to get a good release off the line. See what I'm saying? You just break it off the line. You can see that you can even throw it a little bit later as it breaks open over the middle of the field. Now, that's not your only read against man coverage. You potentially can hit the drag to the tight end or the slant. With a really good tight end, the drag actually gets really good separation. If your tight end is just like iffy, you might not get as much, but still, the drag is a good read. But the slant is probably the second read, and it's just a simple high-low with the post and the slant. You guys, they're not going to be able to stop both in man coverage. It's not really possible. The great thing about this, too, is even if they try to, throw curl flats out there, because a lot of people play man coverage, as you guys know, put curl flats in the zone drops on 20 or 25. That's not going to stop this either. You're going to see that those routes over the middle of the field, and I'm using a slot corner package, so I can go ahead and put purples out here. If you guys don't know, big nickel over G, if you use the slot corner package, it changes up the adjustments you can do, and that allows you to put purple zones by the safeties curl flats. Now, you guys can see 2 curl flats. They're not going to even get involved in the play, and you're going to have all day here. Now, another thing to say is if they're playing man coverage, I probably would just put each of the running backs on some sort of flat, just because you never want nobody having to guard someone in man coverage, because then they have a free user almost. But you guys are going to see that these routes, even against purples, they just still get open. Like, the purples do not play them, because the purples are going to be more so defending the sideline, whereas with this play, we're more so attacking the middle of the field. And like with the slant, the drag, and the post. So the drag is kind of shallow. The slant's kind of intermediate. You guys can see here, drag, it does get pretty decent separation. Cook is okay. And, deeper with the slant. So we got 3 levels against man coverage here. Now, this is a great man beater, but it also is very, very, very effective against zone coverage. A lot of people are playing cover 3, especially at a big nickel over G. It's a really good defense. It has good adjustments, and it's easy to run. You can stop the run from it very well. And, you can do adjustments where you have your curl flat set to 20-25 to take away the deeper passes. Now, again, guys, keep that in mind that if they do something like that, you are attacking the flats on this play. So whether you have a table route, a flat route, a drag route, whatever you have, you're going to notice that the tight end and the fullback, those are going to be extremely easy reads out of the backfield if they do go ahead and turn zone drops on, so their defenders are, playing at a deeper depth. That was the fullback out of the backfield. And again, I would recommend your best receiving player out of the backfield to go there, because he's going to be running a ton of routes in this offense. He's a very important player. If you have the backfield master, obviously you guys know you get the extra hot routes. And on top of that, not only that, but they catch the ball better in traffic, and it's super annoying this year. It's definitely something I'd recommend if you pass the ball a lot, if you can get it. Not a huge deal if you can't. Because, again, really more than anything, what we're trying to do here is prevent them from having their zone drops on. And if they do, that's always why our first read is the flats. Because if I see these defenders, you can see they're clearly just dropping way, way deep, right? If I see that, easy read in the flat here, easy read in the flat here as well. But the great thing about this is, even if they do shade down to play hard flats, like here, we'll do that. So now we don't have the zone drops dropping so far. Okay, if they make that adjustment, it's really not a big deal, because I still have the same reads over the middle of the field. So like right here, I can see, bam, easy dive catch, because the linebacker was kind of playing the slant a little bit more than the post. Now, obviously, that player over in the middle of the field most of the time will be a user defender, so we just kind of have to read him. Now, we could have thrown the slant as a low ball here, and, the defender wouldn't have reacted because it's a computer, but if, say this was a user and he was playing the slant, we're just going to throw the post right behind his head. Now, if this was a user and he turned and ran with the post, that's when we would throw the slant. So let's try to illustrate that here. It's just a simple 1-2 high-low read. You know that if they have the flats taken away, that their user is probably going to be responsible for the middle of the field. So if you know that and you see they take the post away, I just made the wrong read because I don't know what I was doing there, man. My bad. Let's do it again. But if they try to take the post away, you're going to throw it to the slant. And, nobody's perfect, man, not even me. I sometimes make the wrong read, and I don't even know how I made the wrong read there because I was literally saying to throw the slant, and I threw the post anyways. But there you guys go. If they guard the post, you throw the slant. It's very simple. And the thing I love about this, and I've preached this, for years now. You always want to have plays where your setup and reads are the same regardless of coverage. So, like, if they're playing cover 2 or cover 3, or even cover 4, at the end of the day, I want my reads to be the same. I don't want to have, well, if they run cover 3, I have this set up with these reads, or if they run cover 2, I have this set up with these reads. No, I don't want that. Because at that point, I'm guessing. And when you're guessing, obviously you can turn out wrong, and then you can have dead plays that effectively, are kind of wasted and don't result in anything positive. Well, when you don't have to guess and you just have reads no matter what the coverage is, that's when you're going to be more effective on offense because no longer is it a guessing game. So here, this is cover 2. And again, I'm just literally making the same read. First of all, I'm looking at the flats, okay? If I see that the flat is open, I can just dump it down. I might not get as much yards against a cloud if the zone drops aren't on, but even just against a cloud itself, I can still get decent enough yardage, as you guys can see there. But, let's assume that that's taken away, right? Well, if that's taken away, now my read is the middle of the field. And you guys can see, again, if they're going to play that post route, I'm going to lowball that slant every single time. But if they're going to stay home on the slant, then I will throw the post. And again, all I'm doing is putting the left receiver opposite the tight end on the slant, motioning this post out. We're good. So here you guys can see I'm just kind of sitting at home, trying to get underneath that slant. Bam. Show that one more time. Even if they try to bait you guys, this is not a game this year where it's just you can just bait routes like crazy. You kind of got to be on the route to have a chance. And, you're not going to be able to just take that read away. And even if they kind of confuse you, this is what I love about this play. Even if they kind of you don't really know where you want to go, you don't have to throw that post right off the break like I'm doing. You can kind of wait, and I hiked the ball a little bit too late. You want to hike the ball after 2 to 3 steps. You can kind of wait for the post to run across the field and make the read a little bit later. Say you don't like this read, you're not too sure, just wait a second longer, and bang, you can still get that animation across the field. The crazy thing is, even if they play, all-out coverage, you can literally wait for the post to not only run across the field, but actually run across the numbers or the hashes to the sideline and still throw it then too. So that's why I really love the post, man. It is super, super glitchy. And, it just works against every coverage. It doesn't matter if they shade down, shade up. Literally just as simple as finding the hole in the coverage. As long as they don't user it, it's going to be there. But if they do user it, you have the flats or the slant. So here's the last coverage I want to look at. This is cover 4. This is, I don't think cover 4 is very hard to beat this year, honestly. I think it's, good run D. But I just think against the pass it's not very good. But let's say someone is playing cover 4. You guys can see, again, even when the slant looks covered, you can just throw that low ball. It's not covered unless they user it. You literally have got to user that every time, whether they shade down or up. There's no way a CPU can stop that. And again, if they do actually user the slant, then you just throw the post. So hope you guys enjoyed this tip. Like I said, this play from strong close is super effective. It's a unique play, though. It's found in the San Francisco 49ers book. Was just added last year. I had a breakdown of it last year. Wanted to give it to you guys the way I like to run it this year. Like I said, strong close is a very popular scheme right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the tip. Make sure to give me some love. Smash that like button. Until next time, I'm out of here.